It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it's showtime. What's happening, everybody? The Geno Jones Show is here live Monday through Friday. Today is Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast. Please subscribe to my channel. You and everybody you know and don't know. Strangers, aliens. They were talking about aliens on the nation's capital. They had a congressional hearing about unidentified flying objects or whatever the hell they want to call them. So, yeah, aliens, y'all too. Subscribe to my channel. Please share and like, or subscribe, share and like, subscribe, like, and share this and every episode, and go back and binge watch every episode. All right, today, let me start because the big birthday celebration, my big birthday celebration weekend jump off Friday is at the La Creme venue, 8440 Dorchester Road. Special guest Marcus Allen, R&B singer. He's got a new single, got some new fire. Several new songs I got a chance to hear. Also, shout out to Soulful Connection. I've been told they're going to be in the building. Just celebrating with yours truly, Southern Soul group. They're doing their thing. Shout out to KD and Money C. And everybody else is going to be joining me Friday. You want to get there early. Google, I don't have the number for La Creme, but if, listen, come on down, jump in the car. If you can get a plane ticket you can afford, go ahead, jump on the plane, fly on down Friday because we got a big weekend. But just Google the La Creme venue, it's bar, nightclub, bar and grill, nightclub, all that wrapped up in one. They got an inside, indoor, and outdoor patio. La Creme, capital L-E, capital C-R-E-M-E. Just Google it, 8440 Dorchester Road if you want to go ahead and reserve your VIP. I will see you Friday night. And then Sunday, it is the Mimosa Me Please. It's a brunch, day party, and pool party. So the Mimosa Me Please movement had their first event about 5 or 6 weeks ago. It was incredible. Brunch by celebrity chef Carlos Brown. Celebrity chef to the stars like Michelle and Barack Obama and Tyler Perry and Viola Davis, I believe, Shaq, and a whole lot more. You've seen him on the Food Channel. He did the last brunch. It was incredible. Live performance, Star Queen and her band. This sister is bad, live performer, and yours truly, the king of MCs, the MC, and celebrating my birthday. So to get your tickets, you want to get your tickets, it's going to be at a secret location. So it's private, but you're invited because I'm telling you about it, and you can help me celebrate my birthday. It's a big weekend. Just go to eventbrite.com/Mimosa Me Please. Eventbrite.com/Mimosa Me Please. So today, May 17th, I got a big shout out, and then yesterday, because yesterday was such a heavy show with the massacre, the slaughter in Buffalo of 10 beautiful African-American black souls. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, or just why you got to vote. I'm telling you all, man, you all are playing with fire if you don't vote. But anyway, celebrating a birthday today, my fellow Taurians, stand up. Happy birthday to boxing legend and icon, Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard is 66 today. Brother still looks good. Happy birthday, Sugar Ray, doing his thing. Actor Hill Harper. You've seen him way back in the day. He was on a show called Hill Street Blues. He's been in a lot of movies. You've seen him, brother. Hill Harper, actor, 56. Him and Barack Obama, they were classmates. I guess Barack is a couple of years older, but they were at Harvard College at the same time. Gospel singer, for all my gospel fans out there, Dietrich Haddon, 49 today. Actress, producer of the Showtime series The Chi, which is short for Chicago. Also a proud alumni of Columbia College Chicago, like yours truly. Big shout out to Columbia College, Chicago. Lena Waithe is 38 today. And R&B singer, producer, member of Escape. She's writing producer. The sister is about them beats. The song No Scrubs by TLC. She wrote and produced that song. Real Housewives of Atlanta. The sister is a businesswoman. She got the little candy coated, the little sexy lingerie and the devices, the little toys and all that other stuff that ladies y'all like. I don't know, maybe some of you dudes too. Anyway, Kandi Burruss is 46 today. Yesterday, I don't know if I got a chance to mention it, 4-time NBA champion, 2 championships with the Detroit basketball, 1 with the Chicago Bulls, ran it back with Michael Jordan and Scottie and his former teammate with the Pistons, Dennis Rodman, and 1 championship with Shaq and Kobe. I think, what was it, the year 2000? John Sally turned 58 yesterday. Ralph Tresvant, Mr. Sensitivity, with New Edition, who is still on tour doing their thing. Ralph Tresvant is 54. And yes, the queen, just the queen, R&B pop, Janet Jackson. Just Janet. That's all I got to say. Janet, who awarded, or I shouldn't say awarded, she presented and gave Mary J. Blige the Billboard Music Icon Award. She was the one that presented it to her. Mary J. Blige, shout out to Mary, the queen of hip hop and R&B soul. And Janet Jackson, she's just the queen to me. Janet Jackson turned 56 yesterday. I keep telling y'all, black don't crack. So happy birthday to all my fellow Taurians. Janet, all y'all, you all come on, celebrate. All of us Tauruses, y'all come on down Friday to La Creme, 8440 Dorchester Road, and then go to eventbrite.com/mimosa me please. On Sunday, part 2, the birthday celebration at a secret location. Today's election day all across America. Listen, I'm just going to cut through the chase and try to get you to understand something. So all the people that's talking about, well, my vote don't matter, and, I voted for Joe Biden, but he didn't do this, and he didn't do that. He did a lot. But listen, you all, you are playing with fire. Because if you let this racist, right-wing, radical, racist, misogynistic, homophobic, anti-Semites, and religious bigots, if you let them back in power, those who want to, listen, this election, let me just make it real simple. You are either going to defend democracy or you're going to help destroy democracy. And if you don't vote, and if you allow this whole MAGA crowd to get back into power, because they're so drunk with power, they're like, even Orange Hitler ain't MAGA enough. Because there's a direct connection. The same people who stormed the U.S. Capitol, who want to overthrow the government, are the same people who plan to drive to cities like Buffalo or Charleston, South Carolina, and to sit in a church with people having Bible study, and then after an hour of reading scripture, to get up and murder 9 African Americans inside of a church, Mother Emanuel Church. Or young people that would plan for months to drive 3.5 hours to Buffalo, New York, to try to murder and assassinate as many black people as they could see, are the same people who want to take a woman's right to choose, who say, you know what, if your 12-year-old daughter got raped or was raped by a stepfather or uncle or brother or father, God forbid, that's too bad. But she's got to have the baby. Women, if you don't want your body to become the property of the state, and the state telling you whether or not you can terminate a pregnancy, what you can do with it, whether or not you can take birth control, if you don't want to see racist, energized, storming the Capitol, driving to supermarkets and to churches, murdering black people, and going to synagogues and murdering Jews, or driving to a church to murder Chinese people, or Taiwanese people, or Korean people. There's a direct connection, because all those people with those races, anti-government, misogynistic, sexist, homophobic, anti-Semitic, anti-religious bigotry, all of those people share those traits in common, and they want power. And they will basically want to turn this country into a religious dictatorship. It's called a theocracy. Yes. We want to hell with separation of church and state. Our form of Christianity, our racist, misogynistic, homophobic, anti-Semitic form of white evangelical Christianity is what we want to rule the land. And if you don't buy into that, we're going to make sure that even if you turn out to vote, we'll nullify your votes. We'll throw them out. You won't have any political power. We don't matter if you do. We've got control of the Supreme Court. So like I said, white suburban women, they've come for you too. White men, they're coming for you too. Oh yeah. Forget seeing any unions. They'll just come in and say, well, you know what? If you didn't vote for our people, if you're not MAGA, they want to basically allow people, as a matter of fact, they want to purge all government workers. If you don't subscribe to MAGA, they want to have mass firings, where they would have a political and religious, what they call a litmus test. If you're not MAGA, now you may think that I'm being overly dramatic or hyperbolic. Study your history. You know, this happened about 100 years ago in Germany. It did. Same mentality. It's how the Nazi Party came into being. Geno, how could you compare it? Trying to overthrow the government. You saw it in color, in high definition, on January 6th of 2021. These people still want to overthrow the government. F Joe Biden, let's go Brandon, that whole racist or ignorant chant. When you get a MAGA crowd yelling, let's go Brandon, which means F Joe Biden, they wanted to assassinate a Republican who was the vice president because he wouldn't go along with overthrowing the government. And these are the same people that are banning books, that don't want the true history of America. Well, we don't want to talk about slavery and murder, rape, and the lynching of African Americans, and the almost extermination, the genocide of Native American people. No, we don't want to. No, because that'll make our kids, that'll make our poor little white kids, oh, that'll hurt their feelings, and it'll make them feel bad about themselves. No, it'll make them feel bad about you. It'll make them feel bad about their ancestors and at their parents who didn't want to teach them that because they wanted to continue to perpetrate this racist mythology and this lie about white replacement theory. They're trying to replace white people with immigrants. First of all, every white person in America is a descendant who has an ancestor that was an immigrant. The only people whose ancestors were not immigrants are Native American. Now, African Americans, we didn't get a choice to decide whether or not we were brought here by force. So all these European countries that I talked about, all of your ancestors were immigrants. And when most of you all got, most of your ancestors got here, they weren't even considered white. The Irish got here in the 1700s. The Germans got here in the 1700s. The Eastern Europeans got here, I'd say the 1800s, around the early mid 1800s. The Italians really didn't arrive till between 1900 en masse, between 1900 and 1915. So all you European, quote unquote, you call yourself white, which is made up. There is no such biological thing as white. This concept, this was made up to pit groups of people against each other, like I've been saying. So a small handful of people can manipulate all of us and make billions and billions of dollars off of hate, racism, fear, misogyny, sexism, anti-Semitism, anti-Muslim hate, homophobia, hate, and fear in all of its forms. It's making some people very wealthy. Oppression. This nation was built, its foundation was oppression and the exploitation of people from Africa. Enslaved people. People were enslaved to build the financial wealth of this country at its founding. If we see, now that would be considered, well, that's critical race theory. Yes, because that's a critical part of America's history that needs to be taught. So ask yourself, to my young brothers and my young white brothers and sisters, ask your parents and your grandparents, why are they so afraid for you to learn the full truth about America's history? It's not because they don't want you to be made to feel bad. If you feel bad, it shows you have humanity. I would hope every person, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, when you heard what happened in Buffalo, I would hope anyone that was human would feel horrible about how an 18-year-old person could go out and seek out to murder innocent black people that he never met just because of the color of their skin. Or the person that went up to a Taiwanese church and killed people. Or the person that went into a Jewish synagogue and killed people. Or that the animal that went into Mother Emanuel's church here 7 years ago, June 17th, and murdered 9 beautiful African American souls. When you hear about inhumanity that happens to any group of people, we all should feel bad. And in turn, if we feel bad about seeing inhumanity, it will hopefully make sure that we will do everything that we can. So my young brothers and sisters, I hope you do everything you can to stop the madness. Because if not, this country is headed for self-destruction. There was a song, a hip-hop song, big song, late 80s, early 90s. Shout out to KRS-One. We're headed for self-destruction, late 80s, if I remember correctly. And that's where we're heading. And that's what's going to happen if we don't vote. So just vote, damn it. You ain't got to like Joe Biden. He may not have done everything that you wanted. He may only done a few things. Maybe even if he hadn't done anything you wanted. Consider the alternative. I've heard him say, President Biden, he said, I'm not the almighty, but consider the alternative. Because you are voting for your right to exist as a human. to determine who you can marry. And all you folks, all my interracial couples out there, they're coming for you too. They're not crazy about that. And if you're not a white evangelical Christian, and then eventually it's like, well, you know what? So let's allow states to decide what they do. So if states want to allow segregation, if they want to allow new Jim Crow laws, hey, business don't say, you know, we don't want to serve black folks. Or we don't want to serve you because you're not a white evangelical Christian. Or we don't serve interracial couples because we don't let N-words in here. Or we don't let gay couples. Or because you're not religious. You don't believe in God. So we don't want to serve you at a restaurant. We don't want to let you stay at a hotel. We don't want your children in our schools. You think I'm being dramatic? You think I'm being overly dramatic? Study your history. Look at Germany. Mid-late 20s to early 30s. History is doomed to repeat itself if we don't learn from history. So when we see the signs, we can do something about it. And you got the power to save, and look, you're not even saving democracy, but you are saving your right to exist and your right to decide how you live your life. Because there are people that want to determine how you live your life. How you pray, whether or not you can have kids, how many kids you got to have, where you live, where you shop, where your kids go to school, whether or not that you'll be able to get loans to buy homes and cars and insurance, or whether or not they want to basically allow people to discriminate against people based on their race, their religion, their lack of religion, their sexual orientation, who they marry. Oh yes. And then you've got the whole white replacement, which is really that's like, well, you know what? There are not enough white babies, so we got to kill as many black folks and Jewish folks and Hispanic folks and Asian folks because there's too many of them. And just from a population standpoint, we as white people will be in the minority in terms of numbers, and we are afraid that those people, especially those black people and probably those Native Americans and Mexicans and Muslims, oh my God, they will do to us what we have done to them. And your dumb ass don't even realize black people collectively are not wired like that, because if black people in America, if our ancestors wanted revenge, hell, if we really wanted revenge, you wouldn't have a country. You wouldn't have a democracy if black folks were hell-bent on revenge. You should be blessed and lucky that black people in this country collectively really don't want revenge. We just want to live our best life and to be left alone. We don't want to tell you how to live your life as long as you're not harming us, discriminating against us or our children, as long as your hate, bigotry, ignorance, and fear does not interfere, impede, if it doesn't get in the way of me living my best life and reaching my full potential, you don't have to like me. And I don't have to like you. But we all got to live here together. We will learn to live together as one, or we will perish as damn fools. And the main way to stop that is to get your ass out. Just vote, damn it. You ain't got to fall in love. You ain't even got to fall in like. But you got to consider the alternative. You got a choice. You're voting to save democracy and your right to determine how you live your life, or you are voting or not voting, or if you're voting for this MAGA crowd, you are voting to destroy democracy and it's a vote for a religious dictatorship. And if you want to know how religious dictatorships turn out, move over to Afghanistan. Talk to the folks in the Middle East. Talk to the folks that had to, and Saddam Hussein, talk to some folks who have ancestors from Iran. When the Shahs were in power. Just do some history. Shout out to everybody in my chat room. So when I'm on live, feel free to jump in my chat room. It's open when I'm on camera. You can ask a question, give me a comment. Shout out to my #1 fan and my executive producer, as I call her, my mother, Mary Dixon. Hey, mother, how are you? Yeah, I'm trying to explain it to people. Let me see. Do I think somebody, shout out to, who we got here? Cena? I hope I'm pronouncing your name. Do I think, so what, I guess it's Kathy, I think it's Kathy Barnett. So she is running to be a U.S. Senator in Pennsylvania. So today is the primaries, Democratic and Republican primary in Pennsylvania. We're going to have a Democratic and Republican primary here in South Carolina, June 14th, where Crystal Matthews, she is a state representative. She is running to be our next U.S. Senator to get Tim Scott's ass out of there. So to answer your question, I believe Cena, she only has, so this is a black woman, basically, that she has been indoctrinated. I don't even know if she's been indoctrinated. Let's put it this way. Kathy Barnett is the epitome of anti-blackness in a black body. She's a black woman. Now, unfortunately, she's told a story. Unfortunately, when her mom was, I believe, 11 or 12, she got raped. Her mother got pregnant with her from a rape. So she believes that even if a woman is raped or a victim of incest, the government, the state, should make her have that child. That's not the state's decision. I hate what happened to your mother. I can only imagine. I've got a mother. I've got 2 sisters, many nieces. I have 2 daughters. But it is not the state's decision. It's not even my decision as the dad of my daughters. That's their body. I could wish and hope that they will make certain decisions, God forbid if they found themselves in a horrible situation, but it's not my decision to make because it is not my body, and it damn sure is not the state's decision. You have a right to believe whatever you want to believe that benefits you and your family, but you do not have a right to impose your beliefs on 330 plus million people. You don't. Very racist, anti-Muslim, very homophobic, very anti-black. The policies that she's embracing. And this MAGA crowd, they're good. They'll find a black person or Hispanic person to say all the racist, hateful, anti-Semitic, homophobic, anti-Muslim, religious, bigot language. They'll find a person that looks like me to say that. Or someone that is anti-black, C. Herschel Walker, that's running to be a senator in Georgia. Be very careful. Be very careful. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. We say it's black people in America. That means just because they look like you don't mean that they are for you. I'm going to say that again. Just because they look like you don't mean that they are for you and your best interest. Not at all. Please understand that you had Africans that sold other Africans into slavery. Yes, you had black people who sold out other black people to the Portuguese and the Spanish and those from Great Britain who purchased Africans and brought them to the Americas, the United which is now the United States of America, all throughout the Caribbean. Why do you think you got all these foreign languages, all these islands that were colonized, British territory? You have 5 million Africans that wound up in Brazil. The Portuguese did that. They speak Portuguese in Brazil. Black folks. How did that happen? Because the Portuguese went into Africa and purchased Africans from Africans. So we're going to tell it. I tell you what, I'm going to tell it, and I'm going to tell it all. And I'm going to tell the truth, whether you can handle the truth or not. So, Seema, Miss Barnett, I believe Kathy Barnett only has a chance to become a U.S. Senator if people who don't believe in defending this democracy and defending their determination to live their life the way they want to live and not to live in a state of apartheid and racial and gender oppression and just straight anarchy and basically the newest Jim Crow. Yes, that's what these people want to take you back. So it should be a healthy fear of losing your democracy. So damn it, do something about it. Stop complaining about what the Democrats haven't done, because the Democrats have done a lot and they could do more if they had more true Democrats. And look, I'm not a part of the Democratic Party. It's about saving democracy. People vote, this whole MAGA crowd, those people vote against their own economic interests, but they do it because this MAGA crowd appeals to the racism and the hatred and the misogyny and the sexism and the fear and the religious bigotry in millions of people. And emotions, people vote on their emotions. They really don't vote on policy. Now, this election will be different because a woman's right to determine what to do with her body, politically, that is a political policy, but it's not political for a woman. It is your right to decide what to do with your own body. It's whether or not you have ownership of your own body, or does the state own your body and how your body is used or what you do with your body. I can't say it enough. Just vote, damn it. Vote like your life depends on it, and the life of your children and grandchildren, even the grandchildren that are yet unborn, because it does, damn it. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Brought to you this week by Designer Cuts, CEO Mark Hill Bailey. Just got out the chair, right in front of the camera. So check him out on Instagram, Kelby Cutting Up, KELBECUTTINUP. Also, the sponsor of the Geno Jones Birthday Weekend Celebration. Kicks off Friday night at the La Creme Bar and Grill nightclub venue, 8440 Dorchester Road, here in North Charleston. Google that number. If you want to call, make a reservation, you want to get the whole VIP, you can get your VIP booths, indoors or outdoors. The patio is going to be open. The weather's going to be great. Special guest, R&B singer, R&B star Marcus Allen. You'll be seeing big things 2022. I'm predicting big things next year. Grammys, Soul Train Music Awards, BET Awards, Billboard Awards. I expect to see Marcus Allen, Best New Artist. Yeah, the brother's that bad. All right. And then Sunday, Mimosa Me Please. It's a brunch, day party, pool party. Second one, brunch catered by celebrity chef Carlos Brown, R&B singer, star queen, live music, yours truly, the king of MCs. I'll be MCing my own birthday celebration along with the CEO of Mimosa Me Please, Jeremy Williams, Taurus, Gemini, May Baby, Birthday Celebration Part 2, Brunch, Day Party, Pool Party. Secret location. Get your tickets now. Now. Ladies, tell all your girls, all your crew, all your sorority sisters, bring them all. And fellas, you know these beautiful women are going to be in the building, so y'all need to roll up. All right? Go to eventbrite.com/Mimosa Me Please. eventbrite.com/Mimosa Me Please. I love each and every one of you. I really do. Mother, you know I love you more than life itself. I want to thank everybody for watching me live, and thanks to my new viewers. I believe it's, is it Cena? Can't tell, but thank you for that was a great question. And I hope I answered your question, and I hope that if it's election day where you live, that you voted. You got to get everybody. We got to get the Divine Nine, all the Black Creeks sororities, fraternities, churches. Folks don't even go to church. Folks in the hair salons, in the barber shops. This is, listen, what happened in Buffalo, there are other people that are plotting to do what you saw in Buffalo in a city or town near you. And what are you going to do about it? You can make sure that you have people in office in political power, that they are surveilling these domestic terrorists, these white nationalists, these racist domestic terrorists who not just want to murder and kill black folks, but they want to overthrow the government. So they want to murder and kill white people too. That's why I said not just white women, white men. They're coming for you too. Don't think it's just black folks, because these same MAGA crowd that's, like I said, that stormed the U.S. Capitol, that hate black folks and Jews and Mexicans and Muslims and gays and lesbians and trans, they hate the government too. Wake up. Do your history. 1920s and 30s Germany. All right, get your ish together. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show. It's going to be Wednesday, tomorrow. So we'll be talking about Friday, getting everybody ready. As a matter of fact, I'll have a couple guests talking about giving you some more details about what's going to be happening Friday night at La Creme, my big birthday celebration, and Sunday's brunch, day party, pool party, birthday celebration, celebrity birthday celebration weekend, all that. One more thing before I get out of here. As always, please pray for peace, my God. God, help us, save us from ourselves, and be blessed. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.